Alright guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, we are going to talk about imagery. So, what is imagery? So, imagery can be defined as the representations of language that appeals to human sense. Well, now let's move to the types of imagery. So, there are 7 types of imagery. The first is visual imagery, and the second auditory, and the third tactile, gustatory, olfactory, organic, and kinesthetic imagery. So visual imagery is talk about what we see, for example, like colors, pattern, size, and other. And the next is auditory imagery. It is about what we hear, like loud music, noise, and others. And the third is tactile imagery. It is about what we touch and what we feel. For example, like temperature and then texture. And the next is gustatory imagery, which is talk about what we taste. It's like sweet cake, sour orange. And the next is olfactory imagery. It is talk about what we smell, like nice fragrance, bad odor, and etc. And the next is organic imagery. It is talk about the internal sensation, like hungry, thirsty. And for the last is kinesthetic imagery, and it is about the movements or tensions in the muscles. For example, like heartbeat. Alright, so let's see the example of Imagery in Poetry Meeting at Night by Robert Browning. We can see the first stanza, the Grey Sea and the Long Black Land. It is the example of visual imagery. And the second and the fourth stanza is also about visual imagery. And we can see the sixth stanza, Slashy Sand. Slashy Sand here is example of tactile imagery. Slushy is about texture. And let's move to the next stanza, Warm Sea. It's also about tactile imagery, which is temperature. And we can see another stanza, Voiceless Loud. Voiceless here, of course, it's about auditory imagery. And let's move to the last stanza, Heart Beating. Heart beating is an example of kinesthetic imagery.